Good morning, Year 4, and welcome to the week beginning of the 18th of January and the English videos. Today, we are going to be looking at prefixes. So our Monday learning is all about prefixes. And as you can see, we have a few prefixes here to have a look at. So we've got dis, miss, sub, re, in, and all of the others. I'm not going to go through all of them just yet. But what I would like you to think about, and you're going to pause the video, is what is a prefix, and do you know of any examples? Can you say them either out loud or can you write them down? I may have given you a clue already, so pause the video and have a go yourself. What did you think? So let's have a look. What is a prefix? Well, prefixes are something that you attach to the beginning of the word. So you may have seen a little dash earlier, which I'll show you in just a second, which tells us that it goes at the beginning of our word. But they also change the meaning of the word they are attached to. So the meaning changes slightly when that prefix has been added. So let's take a look at some examples. If you got any of these correct and you wrote them down, why not give it a little tick? Or if you are if you've said them aloud, see if you are right in the ones that you said. So we've got re, miss, dis, sub, un, and pre. So I'm sure there's some words that we can think about. But what I would like us to do now is take a look at some. So I've put them all the way around. And as I said, that little line there at the beginning shows us that it's a prefix because we've got the first couple of letters, then the line, which means the word afterwards would be the word that we attach it to. So let's take a look at an example. So our first example is re. Okay, so that's R-E and then a dash. And re means again, so to do it again. So an example of this would be remake. You can see that our root word, or the word that we're attaching it to, is make. And when we add re to it, it changes what this word means. So if we make something, we're putting it together. But to remake something means we are to make it again. Okay, so to make it again. So that's re, which means again. Let's take a look at another one, shall we? This next one is miss. So as I said, that little line shows us that it's a prefix, and miss means wrong. Okay, so miss means wrong. Let's take a look at it joined onto a word. So our word is misspell. So as you can see, our root word here would be spell, which means to spell something correctly. But to misspell something means to spell wrongly, okay? So we have misspell, or as we say, misspelt it, okay? But if we misspell a word, we have spelt it wrongly. What about another one? This one, sub, which means under. What I want you to do is pause and see if you can think of any words that might have the prefix sub in front of it. Did you think of any? Well, let's have a look at what we've got in our example. Our example is subtitle, and we know that a title tells us what the thing will be about, so what the article or what the paragraph will be about. Subtitle means it goes under the title. So the title is the main one, and sub, meaning under, tells us it goes under the main title. If you can say aloud, what did I call this word that was written in black? We also have it here in spell, and we saw it earlier in make. Did you get it right? It's called the root word. And as you can see, our prefix here is in purple. But when we write the prefix on its own, we put sub and then a line to show that we add it onto our root words. So what I've done here is I've come up with a worksheet for you to try. I've given you the prefix, I've given you the meaning of the word, and I've given you an example. What I would like you to do is think of 3 more examples with the words the prefix has. So, we've got re, which means to do again, as mentioned earlier, and we've got return. Turn means to come back to something, and return means to send it back or to come back to it. Okay, to do it again. Can you think of a couple more examples? Why not pause the video and see how many you can do and see if you can get 3 examples for each one. What I'll do is I'll go through some examples with you. Here are some of the examples I've come up with. Examples may include, but you could have had some different ones, replay, recycle, rebuild. For buy, which means to, for our example is bicycle, you could have had bisect, biplane, bilingual. Bilingual means you know 2 examples. Dis, which means not. You might have dislike, so not like. You may also have, examples could include disobey, so to go against what you've been asked to do. Disallow, not to allow anybody to do something. Or disappear. So that means, for example, you can be seen and then you can't. For our prefix miss, which means wrong, we've got misbehave, mistrust, misunderstand, mispronounce, which means to not trust someone in the right way, so to do it wrong, to understand it wrong, and to pronounce it wrong. And then we've got some further examples here. If you would like to pause, you might just be able to check your answers. And then moving on to our independent work. I have come up with a list of 40 different words. And what I would like you to do is take a look at the words on the left-hand side. Write a prefix in the space provided to make a new word. There may be more than one prefix, so that's the challenge. Can you find out which words have more than one prefix? Remember, the prefix changes the word. So let's take a look at an example. An example may be a prefix for port could be re. Okay, so this would make it re, which is our prefix, plus port, which is our root word, to make report. And you can see that within that as well. Can you think of any others for port? I would like you to have a go, and what we'll do is we'll come back to the answers tomorrow. Good luck, and I can't wait to see your answers on Purple Mash.